Hi, ladies. Hi, everyone. Hi, queens. Good evening, good afternoon. Yeah, depending on your location, by the way, and it's really so good to have everyone. I can see the comment section is actually buzzing. Hi, Simi, good to have you. Hello, Fatia, good to have you. Hello, Fashel Creation, good to have you. Hello, Yemi, see ya. The event is actually happening, and it's really so good to have everyone here. And I really want us to quickly do something for me because I know today's session is really, really going to be great. We have a fantastic set of speakers waiting to share a lot with us today, right, on our community office hour as we discuss the power of mentorship in tech. But then we all know that we are not gatekeepers, are we? I know we are not gatekeepers. So I want us to quickly do something for me. I'll be dropping in the chat box right now, and I want us to quickly make a post, sharing with our friends, sharing with our loved ones, our sisters, and everyone that currently the She Got Africa Community Office Hour is ongoing, right? And you don't want anyone to miss out because trust me, there's going to be an announcement, right, that goes after today's messaging templates that you can just use, just sort of just helping us spread the words, letting your friends know that you're currently attending the Shikod Africa Community Office Hour, while you also do feel free to tag us at Shikod Africa, right? So I want to see the link to our post both on LinkedIn, on Twitter, on Facebook. Please feel free to drop it in the chat box. Trust me, we're going to repost, we're going to retweet, we are going to ensure that we help you re-amplify your post right to a larger audience. So please feel free to share that in the chat box. And I'm going to just do a very quick introduction for those of you who probably haven't seen my face, and for those of you who don't know me. I'm Oluwaseun Oladeji by name, and I work with the community team here at Shikod Africa. Yeah, thank you so much, Wutsurayo. I work with the community team here at Shikod Africa, and of course, for everyone who probably knows what Shikod Africa is, and for most of us who do not know, so Shikod Africa is a non-governmental organization, and basically, what we aim to achieve as an organization is to bridge that gender gap, right? Ensuring that women, most especially African women in quotes, have the opportunity, right, to sit among industry leaders, most especially in the tech ecosystem. We want to be able to help in terms of training opportunities, also in terms of the kind of programs we have, right? Ensuring that we give African women that safe space that they look forward to, right, in the tech ecosystem. And of course, which is why we have this session today, the power of mentorship in tech. If you joined the last session we had last month, you can recall with me that we had a very brilliant and fantastic speaker who came on board, and we had conversation around personal branding and visibility. And today we have like a different topic entirely. And I know that most of us are so, would I use the word looking forward or expectant, right? Because I think for every stage, irrespective of if you are a mid-level professional, or you are into or you're either you're a student, or maybe you are trying to transition into the tech ecosystem, you need a mentor who is there to guide you, who is there to support you, who is there to hold your hands and tell you the next steps to take. Which is why, and it's also something that I would say I've seen across in our community, even across our members, reaching out in one way or the other, trying to get a mentor just to guide them, to support them, maybe in their technical aspect, or even areas of trying to build their career life, right? Which is why I decided, okay, I think it's actually wise if we have this session this very day. And of course, I'm not alone. I have my beautiful guest speakers with me, and I'll be bringing them on stage, right? But before I bring them on stage, ladies, I would like to see in the chat box, what are you looking forward to learning, right, from today's session? I really want to see in the chat box what you're looking forward to from today's community office. Please feel free to drop that in the chat box. And again, I'm really not going to bring us our speakers on stage if I don't see the chat box buzzing. I want to see our messages. I want to see the comments buzzing. What is happening, ladies? Are we not excited this beautiful evening? Are we feeling cold? Because I know over here in Nigeria, it's been raining consistently. So I want to see the comment section buzzing, what you're looking forward to. Maybe you're probably to like get a mentor, or you've been having challenges trying to reach out to a mentor. I want to see the comment section buzzing as to your expectations from today's call. Mary say good evening, Queens. Hi, Queen. Good to have you on this call with us. Also looking forward to, yeah, I would like to see our comment, right, in terms of what we really hope to pick out from today's session. But pending while that is still going on, I'd really want to bring on stage my beautiful speakers. And I think the first person I'm really going to bring on stage is Cindy. And please, ladies, I know we can't clap, but I really want to see the chat box buzzing. And I'm also going to be bringing Ad on stage. So please, ladies, join me as you use the emojis, right? Please, let's feel free to use the emojis, appreciating our beautiful guest speakers this afternoon, this evening. and as they walk us through the power of mentorship, right, on how they've been able to scale through either as a mentor or either as a mentee, right, in the tech ecosystem. But before we move forward, I would love to okay, Moti say I look forward to tell me what you're looking for. All right. So I'd really love them to introduce themselves and then we can pick up the conversation from there. Okay, hi Cindy, so good to have you here. Hi Hat, so good to have you both finally here. I've been really looking forward to today's session, and I trust that the ladies here on this call are also looking forward to that as well. So Cindy, would you like to introduce yourself shortly?
Sure. Hi, ladies. Good evening, everyone. I'm so excited to be here. Sadly, I can't see everybody's faces, but hi, everybody. My name is Cindy Shonto, and I'm a senior product designer. And for the last 5 years, I've been building solutions and products, basically, and most importantly, helping organizations scale their businesses.
Okay, I think Cindy is having a network issue. But yeah, I think we can just go on with Ad. Hi Ad. I think you can just quickly introduce yourself.
Good evening, Queens. How are you? Louise, Cindy, thank you so much for having me today. It's great to be back, actually. I was a mentee from Cycle 3 of She Code Africa Mentorship Program. And as previously mentioned, my name is Ahd Basan. I am currently a freelance product designer. And after graduating from architecture, the war actually broke in my home country in Sudan. And I just felt the need to keep moving forward. So I applied to a certificate program with MIT in Computer and Data Science. And I was genuinely surprised to get in with such a low acceptance rate. It was a challenging experience. And my final project was building a website, and that's how I stepped into UX and fell in love with it instantly. I love designing experiences actually that people love and that have a great impact in the world. As for something people are always surprised to learn about me, there's a lot to see. And thank you. I think Louise is having a network issue too.
Hi. So sorry about that. My network tripped off, but I hope you can hear me now, Hat.
Yeah, we can
Okay,
hear you.
awesome. Okay, so I think CD is having a little bit of network issues, but we can just kick off our conversation. Yeah, so good to have you had, and I can see a lot of comments buzzing, and I mean, please, ladies, let's keep it coming in. So, I know I did miss out a little bit about your introduction. Please permit me, my network kicked me off. But I know that one of the things that I was able to pick out, please let me know if I'm correct, was that while you were introducing yourself, you made mention that you also signed up for one of the She Could Africa Mentorship program. Is that correct?
Yes,
Or
it was from She Code Africa Mentorship Program. on February, and it was a
Was that
delightful
something that you
experience. I'm
omitted?
sorry, you're breaking a bit.
You hear me now? Is it better?
Yes, it's better.
Awesome. Okay. All right. So we have Cindy back on the call with us. Hi, Cindy. Do you want to quickly introduce yourself before we officially kick off with our conversation?
Yes. All right. So yeah, my name is Cindy Shonto, and I'm a senior product designer. And for the last 5 years, I've been building solutions, digital products for, the set of users that technology forgets. So people like teachers, who have never, probably interacted with like a full-blown software or full-blown SaaS platform, for people around the government that are so used to, working with hard copy documents, digitalizing that document into something that can be, sustainable, right, and scalable, right. And pretty much that's pretty much what I've been doing so far in the past 5 years. I'm quite passionate about ensuring that the products that I build, the products that I develop, impact the life of people and users. And if I'm to talk about something that most people don't know about me, is that I have a degree in biochemistry. I didn't study product design, or I don't have a design degree in quotes. I studied biochemistry, and yeah, I do design now.
Well, that's really amazing. I think I'm going to come down to that aspect of, oh, how were you able to transition? But yeah, I can see the comment section. A lot of questions are already buzzing in, which I'm very glad. But which brings me to the next question. So I'm really glad that we got to all introduce ourselves, because that's more like the foundation to help us understand where each and every one of us is coming from, our strength, and I mean, just more like a sneak peek into what we are doing. So I think just to ask like a very unconventional question, you have like a, would I call it a non, I won't call it like a non-technical background per se, because it still falls within the non-technical background. But then beyond your career, right? What's one thing that when you share with people, they are always like very surprised to learn about you, right? So maybe something new, something different that is totally not on your LinkedIn page, or people really don't know much about you in that aspect. So something unconventional.
Okay, should I go first?
Um, yeah, yeah, you should go first.
Okay, it's okay. You can go first.
Okay.
So basically, I love the film industry, and something that people are always surprised to learn about me is that I can name every movie from one scene and every celebrity, but don't even remember where I put my phone. So, yeah.
Wow. Okay. Beautiful. Cindy, would you like to also share yours with us?
Okay, mine is very, very, very unconventional. So before
Okay.
I got into design, I was a bridal hairstylist.
Cindy, we really can't hear you. It's a
Can
little
you
bit
hear me?
distant.
Can you
Okay,
hear me now?
awesome. We can hear you now. Yes, we
Okay,
can hear
so
you.
before I even got into tech and design, I was a bridal hairstylist. Right, I used to do bridal hair for beautiful women and beautiful ladies. So that's something that most people don't know about me. I still love doing hair
Wow. I
anyway.
mean, well, do you still do it? Do you still find yourself doing it once in a
Now,
while?
no, I don't. But if there is a
Awesome.
situation where my friend's hair gets spoiled on her wedding day, I know I could do something about it.
Yeah, I think that's a good
That's
one. So it's
awesome.
more like an hobby for
Yeah,
you.
yeah, yeah.
Awesome. Okay, great. Okay, so I mean that was more like a, would I call it a lightweight question just to make us feel at ease. So I think the first question I would like to ask, and I think this question would be directed to Ad, by the way, is because I know most of the times you'd see people sign up for mentorship program, right? And they probably don't have ideas to why they are signing up for that mentorship program. They may be signing up to that mentorship program because it's a big organization and they just want to apply for the sake of applying, right? Which brings me to my major question, that before you applied to the She Could Africa mentorship program, what was your biggest gap that you were trying to bridge, right, in your career? It's like a one question. My other question would also, it's like a two-in-one question, by the way. The other question I wanted to also ask is, looking back today, right, would you say that you've been able to like set up like an action based off of the mentorship program? Maybe it sort of like helped you take up any advantage, or maybe it led to one opportunity or the other. Yeah, so those are like my major two questions.
I think before joining the She Could Africa mentorship program, I have just stepped into product design, and I had built a website on education and conflict zones as my final project in data science. And I had no one to push back on it. So I needed the community. I needed someone to understand that I'm moving between fields like that. So honestly, it wasn't just about avoiding mistakes to me. It helped me like move faster when I went to mentorship. So it opened a lot of doors to me. It gave me a lot of amazing opportunities I'm very grateful for. I wouldn't have found on my own. Like it gave me an amazing group of girls that we until now share like different jobs, different experiences. We give a lot of feedbacks, and my mentor especially, shout out to her, Shadinma, and she was so deliberate, and that's something that was for me very fascinating because she even translates like complex ideas into very simple ones, and you would think coming from a different background would put you in a disadvantage. You would think that it would actually uh, give you a lot of things to think about, but it actually worked in my favor. And the people around me really helped to do that. They really helped me to understand that moving in fields, just you have to, I don't really now see it as a career change. I see it that I am applying the same skills, I'm applying the same design thinking, just in different materials. So looking back to it, I think I already had these tools in me. I just didn't know how to use them. And mentorship did hand me something new. It helped me recognize that and gave me the confidence to apply it. And connecting architecture and product design, I stopped seeing it as a career change. And yeah,
Wow, that's really beautiful, and I'm really glad. Again, this is a shout out to your mentor, by the way, because I
yes,
know
Gemma.
she really did a very great work, right? So, if you were to look back, right, what do you think would have been different if you hadn't taken advantage of the Shikora Africa mentorship program? What do you think would have been different?
Definitely, it would. I wouldn't have connected the dots between product design and architecture, because for me, it wouldn't have made it because it's the main reason I pivot. I didn't feel like I'm starting from zero, and my mentor helped me see that I can be a good fit in product design, and that translated into it. Just it wasn't just internal. It showed up in real moments. Like after 3 weeks in the mentorship, someone from the group sent me a job application, and she thought I would be a good fit. And honestly, my first instinct was like I would talk myself out of it. And it's a new field, I'm underqualified and all of that. But I applied anyway and I got in. And that's what taking advantage of mentorship looked like for me in practice. Not just absorbing the reframe, but acting on it on the opening the second someone handed it to me.
Wow, wow! I think that's really great to hear. Seeing the fact, I think the major thing I was able to pick out, right, for me, which was more like a lesson, is the fact that based off of the mentorship program, it was able to help you connect the dots, right, in helping you just with your career trajectory. And I think that's really fantastic to hear. Okay, I think it brings me to my next question around the misconception, right, about mentorship programs. So most people see mentorship, right, as more like an avenue for their mentor to just review their CV or refer them for maybe like a job opportunity. But based off of this She Code African mentorship program, do you want to share in your own words, on your own experience, right, what people actually underestimate about mentorship, right? Do you want to just quickly share with us?
That's a great question. Honestly,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes I feel like it surprises you what you discover about yourself and your skill set when you step into something unexpected. Trust me, as someone like who shifted careers, who has been pivoting, I found consistently during mentorship, like you have to put it as a reminder that growth begins with a little discomfort, but it begins with intention. It begins with intention that maybe, yes, sometimes that discomfort shows up in different ways. It can be a demand for perfection, it can be imposter syndrome, or being too passive, constantly seeking approval. For me personally, I've struggled with perfectionism and being overly detail oriented to the extent I wouldn't even delegate tasks, and I would procrastinate to the point I would delay the deadlines. And mentorship taught me that I had to work with my personality, not against it, make it more flexible, not just my work ethic, but the way I approached myself. I've started like applying agile thinking, iterating, not just as a work methodology, you can say, for my work, but as a personal practice. Like, I feel like to learn to adjust, reflect, improve in just the small steps, the same way you trade in design. That's how I feel like mentorship does that. So what people underestimate about mentorship isn't it shouldn't be external CV, a review, or a referral. It's internal. It just changes how you show up and not what you're equipped with.
Awesome, awesome. Okay, so I think I'll just also like to hear from Cindy, right? Because I know that you do have like quite a vast experience when it comes to mentoring women, even I mean women or professionals, and I know you've also mentored ladies from the SCA Unilag chapter, right? So what's one misconception you've noticed, right, when people hear mentorship? Because most of the times people think that when they have like a mentor, it's majorly about helping them review their CV or maybe referring them to a job opportunity. And since you're a professional in this aspect, what do you think people underestimate a lot when it comes to mentorship?
Mm. Okay, I think one thing I would say about this is, like you rightly said, a lot of people focus on what they can get, and they forget that, one thing that is very important is the perspective that the mentor brings, right? This is a mentor, this is someone that has, you know, gone past, where you are currently as a maybe a junior designer or a mid-level designer. This is someone that has crossed that level, that has gotten to a certain stage in their career. They've gone through the different phases, they've gone through the different struggles, and rather than mentees looking at what they can get, maybe um, looking at their portfolios or helping them review their CVs or giving them a referral, what mentees should rather focus on is how they can tap from the experience of the mentor. Let the mentor talk about things that they struggle with, how they were able to pass interviews, the things that they said, how they positioned themselves in an interview when they got the job, what were they doing, right? That got them to where they are at that stage, right? So the perspective that the mentor has should be the key focus for any mentee, right? And the second thing I would say is mentorship. Most mentees, are not aware that, when a mentor says they want to mentor you, it costs the mentor, right? It costs the mentor because, the mentor is the one taking out time to, help guide or review or go through anything with the mentee. And I would also say that every mentee should be, I would say, I won't say dogged, but every mentee should have this um go-getter attitude, this not giving up attitude, this I want to achieve this attitude, right? And it's that attitude that actually fuels the mentor, because a mentor is also mentoring several other people. But when a mentor sees that, oh, this particular mentee is focused, this particular mentee wants to achieve this particular mentee is on my neck, it makes the mentor want to pour out more. And you as a mentee also do your research, ask questions. To be honest, mentors like when people ask them questions about their experiences. And I think I will just say this and give like a very good example of something that happened between myself and my mentee. So I had this mentee some 2 years ago. And in fact, it was just like a formal program. And then eventually we just became, because she had those skills, those abilities that I just mentioned. So I just grew so much interest in her. And because of the abilities, or because of the let me just say personality, I won't call it personality, but let me just say the kind of drive that she had, she got an opportunity to interview. In fact, we did the whole CV review, the whole portfolio thing, and she got a job. Not a job, she got an interview, and she was to go through the interview stage. And because of the kind of person, because the kind of person, the kind of mentee she is, I took out time at night and we went through interview questions, possible interview questions that they could possibly ask her. And she went on to do the interview and she eventually got the job. This is a job, this is a job that is not Nigerian based, it's a US based company. And I'm just saying this to, let mentees understand that mentors like mentees that are driven, that are focused, that have this passion in them, that ask questions, that are very like, I'm not going to give up, right? And so also tap from, the perspective, the mindset, the journey, the experiences of your mentor, because you will get more value from that than just help me look at my CV, help me look at my portfolio, right? So yeah.
All right, that's, I mean, that was quite a lot. I was going to even ask like a follow up questions around like qualities, and you already covered that, right? In terms of one of the things that mentors look out for,
Yes.
right? From mentees, you spoke about being driven, relentless, and also the courage to always consistently show up. And I think you pretty much said a lot. I mean, but then it really showed the extent in which mentors are willing to go extra mile, right? Just to ensure that their mentees get the best out of the mentorship program. But before I actually continue with my next question, because I want to say a very big thank you, Cindy, for breaking that down, even going beyond sharing examples. So I know we have like some couple of questions in the chat box, which I would be presenting. So Fashel Creation is saying, I truly want to have a mentor. I truly want to have a mentor who is already working in my field that can update me about the expectation of that career, especially when working will look like. I'm not sure I probably got your question, Fashel. I think you can just maybe rephrase it so that it helps me understand exactly what you're trying to say. So, had you have a question? Someone is asking, a queen is asking, by the way, are you open to mentoring someone? Do you want to just quickly take that?
Hello to Sun Lady. It's yes, I'm open. I have my LinkedIn account. You can text me whenever.
Awesome, awesome. Okay. I think we have another question again. Please. Okay. I think okay, I missed them. Okay, so I think we can just continue. Yeah. So I think my next question would also focus around since Cindy already mentioned things around like the qualities that would help a mentee grow. So I think my question would actually be for you, Ad. So my question would be that so for people that are joining this live session, right? I know we have like people that fall within the category of students or maybe queens that are looking to maybe land their first job or whatever they are actually like aiming for, right? What's like one step you would encourage them to take this week to build like a meaningful mentorship relationship?
Before I dive into the step, I just want to follow up with Cindy, and I want to leave you guys with something that I keep coming back to today. Everyone you meet, you have to like put your mind is that superior to you in some way. There's always something to learn from them. Keep that in mind always. And the one step that I would advise, don't wait for a formal mentor. You can have a lot of mentors. People love helping genuinely. Message that one person, ask them one real question you've been really stuck on, and be visible. So don't wait, start, be proactive, as Cindy said. uh, Baby steps are still steps. Consistency is everything. You'd be actually very surprised what you're capable of. So, whoever watching a student, someone trying to learn to land their first role, or stuck, or even has been in tech for years, I just advise them to take that one step that you have been holding on off.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you so much. Cindy, do you also want to share any advice or tip for the ladies as well?
Yeah, yeah, just rightly as Ad has mentioned, you can have more than one mentor, and you don't need to be perfect. You don't need to have everything before you approach a mentor. In fact, you don't need to. Fine, I know that some mentors might ask you, "Oh, let me see your portfolio first, or let me see your CV first." Well, you can also start by asking them questions. You can ask them questions about their experiences. You can ask them questions. I mean, find a mentor. You have LinkedIn, you have ADP list, you have several platforms, you have Chickwood Africa. Find a mentor find a mentor whose path is very similar to yours or the path that you want to take, right? And just I mean, once you're curious about something, you don't really need to overthink it. Just ask them questions. Oh, hi, Cindy, I really love, your path. You went from this to this. I'm also in that path as well. How do I move from where I am to, being a this is the these are the things that I've done. It would make that mentor say, oh, okay, I mean, this is like hard as mentioned, people want to share. Like people generally want to help, people want to guide, junior, mid-level, whatever it is, designer, right? So just take that step. You don't need to come perfect or impress the mentor in quote. Then I would also mention that let me give an example. A mentor might not come straight as a mentor. Even myself, I have mentors. And I'll give a very practical example. I had done an interview for a particular job, and I got to the second to the last stage of the job, and I failed that stage. I didn't move on to the next stage. What I did was I went on LinkedIn and found people that are currently working in that company and people that were people that have been working there, let's say like 3 months prior to that time. So say I did the interview today, I find someone that got in say 2 months ago, 3 months ago, just to understand how they passed through that phase and how they got the job. And from there, just genuinely just asking, to be honest, I messaged several people and then one person replied me. So you might message a lot of mentors, it's not everybody that would respond to you, but out of all of them, someone would still respond. And this person responded to me, and today we have a great relationship. He walked me through the entire process. And because of that meeting I had with that person, I can boldly say that if I apply to this company again, I would definitely pass through that phase of the interview. Right. So just come in with just curiosity, genuine curiosity.
All right. Thank you so much, Cindy. I mean, I really enjoyed that, and I'm going to apply that same strategy. I'm going to steal that same strategy. But I mean, it was really really helpful seeing the process, because I mean it can be quite frustrating when you reach out to tons of people, and I mean I've been in that shoe as well, where I send out LinkedIn messages to a lot of people, and they actually maybe show interest, right, at in a long run, and they probably just stop responding. So it can be frustrating repeating that same effort I mean, again from the scratch, and the rest like that. But I think I really enjoyed hearing that strategy that you made mention of. And I know that for most of us here on the call would also be, I mean, reapplying that same strategy. So I can see some comments in, or rather some questions in the chat box. So Asil is saying, does a mentor need to be on the same career path or in the same field as their mentee? I think I'm just going to throw this question to Ad, since you actually um, came in as a mentee for the She Could Africa Mentorship Program, and then Cindy can also give her insight around that.
I would say yes. The mentors, it would be better to be on the same career path as you, since you were asking about your referrals. You'll be asking about the job, your portfolio, and they would give you amazing insights about that. And they can even give you critical feedback when it comes to your portfolio and your products, and that would add a lot to when you go to the interviews. You would have a lot to say, you would have problems to show, and that how you solve them. And you always have to ask the tough questions and be curious about what you're into, what you're moving forward to. And that's why you have to have a mentor in the same field with you.
All right, Cindy, do you want to add anything before we move on to the next question? Oh, okay. I think Cindy just dropped off. Okay, so we also have another question here from Fashel. Fashel is saying, as a mentor, please, how do we know who is a good mentor and where do we find them? Okay, I think Cindy would be the best person to provide answer to that. So Ashil is also asking another question. Can one mentor realistically support someone throughout their career? Or is it better to build a network of mentors for different stages and goals? Ashil, I'm sorry, do you want to probably give your insight on this question? And I can as well just add my own inputs too.
I can say yes, it's better to build a network of mentors, as we've previously mentioned, that maybe some mentors aren't aligned with the same career goals and your smart goals that you're going to. And different stages require a lot of different mentors, a lot of you researching what you're capable of and what you're doing next. So, yes, definitely have a network of mentors.
Awesome, awesome. So I know I keep seeing some questions in the chat box around the mentorship program, as well as when the Shikad Africa mentorship program would officially kick off. So as of now, we've I mean, there I don't know yet. But then the applications are not live yet. But please, you can just be on the lookout, maybe on our website, following us on our social media platform, and also on our Slack community, right? Because when those announcement goes out live, we also do our best to also re-amplify this within the Slack community. But then I'd say you don't have to wait till when an official announcement goes out live. So if you are in our Slack community, the She Could Africa Slack community, right, we do our best to try to pair our community members with mentors, professionals who could come in to support you in one area or the other. So if you probably joined like a brand and visibility session, the one we had last month, I know there were some couple of people who reached out looking to get like a what I call it a support system, right? Just to ensure that they are both in line in driving their visibility, growth, and whatnot. So just join the community. Please feel free to always reach out to me, maybe via the Slack DM, or you could also send me an email. And trust me, I'll be happy to support you with a mentor that could come in to support you, whether in your career or whether in your career, right? Yeah, I think that answers the question. So a question is also coming. I think we already answered Ashel's question. Okay, so Fumilayo is saying that how do you differentiate mentorship from coaching? Okay, we don't have Cindy yet on the call. Once she joins the call, we should be able to take up that particular question. Okay, Yemisi is saying link to the Slack community. Okay, so I'm really going to just drop the link to join our Slack community, right? And once you join, your application is also going to be reviewed, and of course, we take it from there, and officially you become a part of the Secret Africa Queens. Yeah, so I'll be dropping the link to sign up to the community. All right, so I just dropped that in the chat box. So please feel free to sign up via that link, and your application is actually going to be reviewed, and then you can be considered to become a part of our community. Okay, so I think my final question for you, Ad, would be that I know when we started first, we had like just you sharing like an unconventional thing about yourself. Do you have like any words or any advice that you'd like to share with the ladies regarding mentorship? Because we have like our upcoming annual summit, right? And of course, you would, I mean, women from different part of Africa, professionals from different part of Africa would be attending this event. And it's also like an avenue for um, myself and everyone on this call, right? Even beyond this call, to also, I mean, get to access or get to connect with women, professionals who could maybe support us in one area or the other. So my question is, how do you think everyone on this call could also take advantage of that, maybe in terms of securing a mentor who could come in to support them? Because I know for most people, they are either shy in maybe connecting with people, or I think I would use the word shy, right? So they're either shy in maybe trying to connect with people, or they don't have like questions, or they feel like they don't know the right questions to ask a mentor. So what would be like your words of advice, right, to women who would be attending this summit, right? How can they leverage the She Code Africa Summit to get a mentor or to get a sponsor or an advocate who would speak for them, who would be there to like guide them in their career journey?
One thing that has been stuck with me for a while now is you have to always, always, always be prepared. Prepare yourself when you're going to networking. You have to know your audience, know who are you targeting to. Go to go to their LinkedIn. That's the one thing I can say. Go to their LinkedIn, see their projects, what they're working on. Do you have the same interest? You can ask a lot of questions when it comes to that, and you can take more from them when you ask those questions. A lot of people can be shy, but you have to know how to ask those questions. And by how, you have to, like I said, study, your the one that you're targeting for you to mentor, and be prepared and ask the tough questions. And you don't always have to be perfect when it comes to questions. You just have to start, and with network 1 2 3 you will know how to approach those people, and just be confident and curious about it.
All right, that's beautiful. Thank you so much. Curiosity, yeah, that's very, very important. So I think we're almost like coming to a wrap of today's session, the power of mentorship in tech, and I want to believe that everyone has been able to pick something, one thing or the other, and I'd really love so Formula is saying, how do qualified mentors to join She Code Africa in order to mentor other women? Awesome. Thank you so much, Fumilayo. So yeah, I'm going to drop the link for us to join the community, right? Because it's when you are a part of the She Code Africa community, right, that you are able to give back, maybe in the area or in the capacity of being a mentor, or in the capacity. Okay, I think our Cindy is back on the call. So good to have her. Okay, so in the area of joining the Shikor Africa community, right? So that's one way you can as well give back to the community. I hope that answers your question, Fumilayo. Hi, Cindy. Are you back with us? Can you hear us? Okay, I think Cindy is having a little bit of network glitch. So Rashid is saying, please, can someone share that here? I'm not sure I probably got what you want to be shared, but again, I'm going to be dropping the link in the chat box so that you can. Okay. Hi, Cindy, can you hear us?
Yes, I'm so sorry.
Okay, okay.
Just
So we
having
have
a
like
bit
some
of
couple
network.
of questions from our queens in the house for you. So I think the first question I'd like you to provide clarity on would be that, how do you differentiate between mentorship from coaching? So Formula is asking the differences between mentorship from coaching.
Mentorship from coaching, the
Yes.
difference.
Yes.
Well, I'm not quite sure what coaching is, but I think from several programs that I've seen that speaks about coaching, um, it's not really a long-term relationship. So probably there's a structured program, and then there is a maybe like a general WhatsApp group. I'm not sure. I think different programs have different ways they run their, or structure their, coaching or their programs. But the word mentorship, like it's, rightly defined, is when a person mentors. And when someone is mentoring, it is more of a long term close relationship. It might not be really close, but very close, in terms of proximity, a close relationship between the mentor and the mentee, right? So maybe coaching might be, there's a program, and then there's a period where there is some kind of mentorship, but it might not be long term. But I know for a fact that for mentorship, especially when it comes to do with a structured program, maybe She Could Africa mentoring structured program, there's always a long term relationship even after the program itself, right? So yeah. uh I can't hear you.
Oh, all right. So sorry. No. I was saying that Fashel is asking a question. She wants to know how to find a good mentor, and where do you find them, and how do you know that this is a good mentor? And I think it's quite a very fascinating question.
I think just like you, the way you find a, or the way you know a person is a good person, right, is the way you can tell that a mentor is a good person. If a person is good, they'll definitely be a good mentor. From the first conversation that you have with them, you can already tell, right? If you're very observant in the way the person speaks, the passion in which they speak, how they want to pour, how they want to share, you can already tell from the first meeting. The same way when you want to make a friend, you can always tell, like, this person has bad vibes or this person has good vibes. You can already tell, right? So from that, you can already tell that, okay, this person will be a good mentor. Then where can you find them? You can find mentors anywhere. You can find them even to the She Could Africa Slack channel. You can find them on LinkedIn. You can find them on ADP list. And a mentor doesn't really have to be someone that is, maybe 5 years, or maybe someone that has 10 years experience. Even her that just finished our own mentorship program, like someone was asking, she can definitely be your mentor because she has gone past a certain stage in her career. So definitely she can always speak, from that perspective. So that's, you can actually find a mentor anywhere, right? Then
Yeah, I agree
no
with
matter
you.
the number
And
of years of experience.
And to also top it up, I think you can as well find a mentor if you're looking forward to getting a mentor. In fact, a sponsor, an advocate, right, at the She Could Africa Summit that is happening September
Yeah.
19th. Because trust me, we have so many professionals, different women from different parts of Africa who would be coming for this event, right? So trust me, please, if you haven't gotten your ticket, this is like the right time. This is the right time for you to get your ticket. I will just be dropping the link in the chat box as well. And you can as well join our community because trust me, I have been trying to support a number of women that have been reaching out, right? That, oh, they need support in one area, they need a mentor to guide them, which of course I've been helping do like a mentorship match with. So if you are here to join the Shikod Africa community, this is me encouraging you that you should, because trust me, we have so many opportunities, right? So I'm talking about opportunities like speaking opportunities where we also try as much as possible to connect our members, right, with speaking opportunities, with opportunities where they are able to build up their skills, right, showcase themselves towards the larger audience. Someone is okay, awesome. All right, so I just dropped the link in the chat box, and again, I really want to say a very big thank you to our guest speakers today, Cindy, as well as Had, because they really did a very, very fantastic work breaking it down, making us understand the essence of mentorship, right, in the tech ecosystem. It helps you move, not just moving alone, but right, you have someone that is holding your hands, guiding you, supporting you, telling you the exact thing to do so that you don't repeat that same mistake that maybe happened while they were trying to navigate the tech ecosystem. So this is me saying a very big thank you. Thank you for coming on
Mm,
this call today to share your experiences with our amazing ladies. But would love to have like your LinkedIn, your LinkedIn URL, your Twitter, your Facebook, so you can as well just drop that in the chat box, because I know that the ladies would really love to connect with you. So you can just drop that in the chat box. And please, ladies, let's not spam their DM. Oh. Don't spam their DM. But yeah, I really want to say a very big thank you to you all, to our attendees, my beautiful queens, also to our guest speakers for joining today. Trust me, please, ladies, sign up if you haven't gotten the She Code Africa Summit ticket right now. If you'd like to get a mentor, if you'd like to get a sponsor that will speak for you in the room of opportunity, right? So this is more like the right avenue for you to get that ticket so you get access to those women. And again, I mean, I cannot begin to tell out all of the amazing opportunities we have for you, my queens. So I know I mentioned speaking opportunities. If you're also looking forward to maybe improving your speaking opportunities, you can only access that if you are a part of the Shikod Africa community, right? So thank you so much, Ad. Thank you so much, Sidin. for being a part of today's community office hour for the July's edition. Please again, I don't know if you've dropped your LinkedIn URL in the chat box so that the ladies can make a post. Ensure you tag our speakers from today's session. You tag Ad, you tag Cindy, you as well tag the She Code Africa community. And trust me, we would also help you re-amplify all of this posts. All right, so I think we've come to an end of today's session. So I want to say a very big thank you again. How are you finding it? I don't know if you've dropped your link, your LinkedIn URL in the chat box.
I
No one's
think
on it.
yes, I've dropped it, but it said that the comment. I think because it's a link, has failed to be
Okay, you can
posted.
just drop it for me. I'll pick it up. Just drop it for me. I'll pick it up. Okay, awesome. So thank you so much, ladies, for taking our time to join today's call. I look forward to seeing us all at the SEO Summit 2026, September 19th. And do have a beautiful evening. Enjoy yourselves. And thank you. And bye
Thank
to
you.
everyone. Bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.